Okay.
He's actually quoting the law, what the law says.
Yeah. Okay.
Not me.
Thank you. Okay.
He's actually quoting the law, what the law says.
Yeah. Okay.
Not me.
Thank you.
The news report claiming that Nnamdi Kanu seeks negotiation with the Nigerian government is false. IPOB leader's lawyer Ejimakor. Today, Ejimakor came out to set the record straight. I made a video yesterday about the outcome of the court process, that it is not Nnamdi Kanu in person that is begging the federal government that he wants to negotiate, or he himself wants to negotiate. That was the video I made yesterday. A lot of persons, wrote so many derogatory sentences against me. They said, no, you didn't know what you are saying. It was Nnamdi Kanu that initiated it, and so on and so forth. Because I followed the court proceedings. Now, this is the video that has been misleading a lot of people. Now, I want you to take time to rewatch this video. You must have seen this video yesterday. At the end of the video, you will understand what Nnamdi Kanu said. That what they are doing in the court, that they are just quoting law, that he is not the one that want to negotiate. So Nnamdi Kanu categorically said that yesterday, that he is not the one initiating the negotiation. There are a lot of things I want us to figure out in this video. Very, very important, but take a rewatch of this.
Today. Are you seeking an out-of-court settlement with the federal government?
It's them that is holding me. They should tell me what they want to do.
No, it's a direct question. Yes. Sir, are you seeking an out-of-court settlement with the federal government?
I can't say what I didn't initiate. They are the ones that kidnapped me and brought me here. So it's whatever they say that will happen.
But your lawyer is trying to move Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act,
yes,
which calls for negotiation. Are you in line with that?
I reminded the judge of powers.
I think it's the judge's powers. I don't think it's within his powers. It's for the judge to decide.
Okay, so would you want the judge to decide that?
Yes. It is up to her discretion to do that.
Okay, but now she has sent you to the AGF. So how would you explore that particular position of the court?
Well, the prosecutor who is prosecuting by fiat is not opposed to that. He too said we can go to AGF, and we are saying AGF can also come to us.
That's correct.
So that means they are open to the prospects of reconciliation. That's what the law says.
Okay. He's actually quoting the law, what the law says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not me.
Thank you. Okay.
He's actually quoting the law, what the law says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not me.
Thank you.
Now, I hope you understand what Nnamdi Kanu said. Not me. He categorically stated that yesterday. Not me. The first question they asked him, he said, I am not the one initiating it, so I can't say what I didn't initiate it. So a lot of news reports want to report to Nigerians what they want to hear or what you want to see. But the real fact is what I'm telling you. So those people that wrote some things, derogatory words against me yesterday, I think this news report from Shara Reporters now saying that Ejimakor is setting the record straight that it's not Nnamdi Kanu personally that initiated the negotiation. So who initiated it? It is between Nnamdi Kanu, the federal government, the judge, or that is what they have been planning to do all this while. Now, before we go into the details to explain more things to you about this, Nigerian Bello, that is the handle. It is not the name of a person. Either it's a male or female, I don't really know. But the name of the handle is Nigerian Bello. He wrote, Okocha, you are always giving terrible news against Nigeria and supporting your Kanu and Ekpa. He wanted to write Ekpa. He wrote Ekpa. What interest do you have to all this yet? At the end of the day, it ended in your own social media, and Nigeria remains future of over 250 million people. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Ben. I really want to reply to this comment in a way that the author, someone who wrote this, should understand what led to me doing all this blogging in Nigeria. Now, I came from a place that is a village. I was not born and brought up in the metropolis like Asaba, Lagos, Abuja, in those towns. Where I came from, I decided that there is something happening to me that is also happening to a lot of people. And what is that? You don't see what is going on in the villages, on the social media, on the national TV. My question is, all these people, are they no longer Nigerians? Of course they are. Why is it that all this insecurity, kidnapping going on in the village, they don't report it on the social media? Apart from Shara Reporters owned by Omoyole Sowore, that is only news report that try to cover everything going on in Nigeria. All these are national television. They are based on what is going on in Lagos and in Abuja. So what is going on in any other part of the country doesn't matter. Unless it is Port Harcourt, it is Aba, all those big cities. What is going on in the villages? People are not aware of it. So that gave birth to my intention that, as far as I'm concerned, everything going on in these rural areas, I will be reporting it. So if you want me to report good things about Nigeria, please send it to me. When Tinubu was about to do 1 year anniversary, I am the one that made a video. I said, if you have anything good Tinubu has done for Nigeria, bring it. I will use it to promote it. I will use it to make videos and praise him. Tinubu has not done anything good for Nigeria. Is it inflation, the insecurity, the embezzlement, the paddling of budget? Is it lying against Nigerians that he has cancelled the visa restriction in Saudi Arabia? Is it lying against Nigeria that he brought investment of $600 million and the shipping company denied it? What has Tinubu not done against Nigeria? What is the good news you people want to hear about Nigeria? Tell me, I am going to say it. I am not trying to be biased. We have bad news in Nigeria, and we must talk about it. ISWAP, the other day, said this year that they must divide Nigeria. That was last week. They started recruiting people from Borno. You are not seeing it on your national television. Yesterday, do you know that Akida, they trooping into Nigeria, and they already are the Kanjidan, where you have your power station. And when they blow it up now, everybody will be saying, yeah. You don't know about it, right? You don't know about it, but these are the things that are going on, and people are not ready to report it. So these are the reasons why we report things that you won't see in another place. You are not saying what I'm reporting on Chinese television does not mean that I'm against Nigeria. Those people choose what they want to report. The government can pay them to report what they want to report, but nobody can pay me to report what I want to report. I report what I want to report. They can pay Arise News, they can pay Chinese television, they can pay TVC News, they can pay them to not report what they're supposed to report. But you can't pay me not to report what I want to report. I am just a blogger. After all, I don't have much subscribers, I don't have much fans. So I think people should understand that I must be doing things in my own way that I want to do it. So if you think that I am reporting things against Nigeria, please bring something for Nigeria that I want to report. That in the whole Africa, as I talk to you today, Nigeria is one of the countries that receive this salary as minimum wage. Nigeria has left number 1 to number 4 largest economy in Africa. Everything in Nigeria is going down. Companies are leaving. So what is the good news you want me to report? I just want to know, what is the good news all about? So that is the issue. Let us go to the details of what Aloy Ejimakor, the lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu, said about the news that people are saying that Nnamdi Kanu is begging the federal government. Now, this is from Shara Reporters, and it reads, Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, special counsel for the detained leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has described news report by some media platform titled Kanu seek negotiation with the federal government as false. So, do you people understand who is carrying false news now and who is not carrying false news? Now, let's go to the next paragraph. It reads, some section of media platform have reported that Kanu through Ejimakor on Wednesday at the Federal High Court, sitting in Abuja, sought negotiation with the Nigerian government on the terrorism charges leveled against him. But reacting to the reports, Ejimakor describes them as false. According to the lawyer, the court invoked the provision of Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act and directed the Nigerian government and Kanu to pursue reconciliation. Now hear him. It is the court that directed Kanu and directed the counsel of the federal government, the prosecutor. He directed them to go and reconcile, because even the lawyer that want to judge this case, I think the lawyer will be afraid. You think that the lawyer will have the guts to jail Nnamdi Kanu or what? I don't understand. Now, he said, the news titled Kanu seeks negotiation with the federal government is false and a deep fake news meant to twist an idea that was muted as an alternative to trial by the court and the parties. Listen what Aloy Ejimakor is saying. Say the truth is that the court directed the parties to consider the option of reconciliation which the law allows. End of the case. So, as many people who are saying that I reported fake news yesterday, so you people have been reading fake news. So always come here to read authentic news, even though you people think that I report things against Nigerian state. But as far as what I'm reporting is true, if it is killing or if it is kidnapping, as far as the news is real, that is what matters. It doesn't matter whether you report that Nigeria is developing when Nigeria is not developing. That one is a false news. What matters is the news you are reporting, let it be real, let it be what happened, let it be genuine. So even though it is the bad news, no problem. If you like it, you watch. If you don't like it, there are also other channels who report, I think, what you want to hear. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't report what people want to hear. I report what is happening.
Nnamdi Kanu, the leader group, IPOB, he didn't take long for them to grab him from the same Kenya and get him down to Nigeria. And he's facing justice now. That's why is this like a case of we are following process, diplomatic channels, etc., etc.
Believe you me, I want to tell you I don't know what you are talking about. All I know...
You seem not to know exactly what we are talking about here.
No. You are bringing an issue that Interpol is not aware of. You know, let me define the role of Interpol so that you can understand. Interpol is an international police organization that assists law enforcement agencies within the 196 countries to look for a fugitive that runs or is hiding. And if you look at all the other fugitives that are brought to face justice in Nigeria, they have the link, those who are involved, with Interpol. So I don't know anything. I don't want to talk about issue of Kanu, who brought him back to Nigeria. I'm not aware how he was brought back to Nigeria or how he comes into Nigeria. Interpol is not aware. We stated this long time ago, and we made it categorically clear. So it's not a question. There are what we call police-to-police relationship, international police cooperation. Another police, it does not necessarily bring Interpol. If one police and another exchange a suspect is running from them, they can have an international police cooperation that out of the scope of Interpol. However, if a notice is given to an individual, like blue notices, when the inmates in Kuje prison escaped, we did a biometric capture of those suspects, and we shared it with international communities. We shared it with our law enforcement agencies. Many of them were reapprehended because we have their biometrics. Now, in the issue of red notice, where a red notice is issued under the federal court that issued that notice of arrest, that is warrant of arrest for such international. It will go to the Interpol, we'll process it, we'll look at it, we'll look at the charges, and then we'll issue a red notice. On that red notice, we bring back the culprit to face justice because all the 196 countries will be looking for that individual.
We'd sincerely like to thank you, retired Assistant Inspector General of Police, Garba Umar, who is currently the Vice President of Interpol Africa region. Thank you, sir, for coming on the News Hour.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about the Southeast. We have a peculiar threat in the Southeast. Some people insisting that no one should go to work on Mondays, and they've been killing soldiers, especially. How do you assess the security situation in the Southeast relative to the capacity of the armed forces?
Yeah, you know, the Southeast has its own challenges because of, again, the nature of the terrain. The terrain plays a vital role. You know, it's thickly forested, so it affords you, somebody can, and then you just be passing by, and then so it makes it a bit more difficult. Even with your air, in fact, it makes it difficult more with air. Even when you fly abroad ahead, you hardly can see anything. So that makes it extremely, so we have to fine-tune the training of the troops there to jungle warfare. And jungle warfare has its own different challenges because you cannot use a lot of equipment they're using. You have to go fully dismounted. And because, again, those are their own areas, a lot of advantages they have that they've built up within. But we are getting so much, successes are really very encouraging. What is going on in that area is purely criminality. And I can tell you, when we've entered the bushes, what you see, I want Nigerians to understand that it is, you see them killing, dismembering, removing parts of human beings. You see a lot of vehicles that they just see a vehicle, catch people and just kill him. There are a lot of graves all over, scattered all over the places. You will see corpses, skeletons. It is just simple madness. And they do, you know, we'll see a lot of rituals. They do a lot of human rituals within those areas. So it is much, and that's why it's important for us to be able to follow up again the leadership, especially this Simon Ekpa that is in Finland. That is causing this a lot of problem by his comments. The federal government has taken that up with the Finnish government on the need to be able to curtail that, and then we're also following through the cyberspace to be able to address those issues. We are seeing people that are also sponsoring them. There are a lot of people that are sending funds to them. We are aware of that. We are profiling them at the right time. All of them will be picked. International organizations have, especially the US and the UN, are aware, and they are going after them. There are a lot of them in the US and Europe. They are contributing money to what is going on in that place. And so all of them will be both within the local area. So like I said, it's basically acts of criminality. The people are, and then the issue of drugs. You know, this is why NDLA2 is doing a great job. We need to take drugs out of our youths, because that is aggravating what is ongoing on those general areas. But we are working very hard. Troops have gone back in again. We're clearing the whole area to ensure that we get them. So we want to encourage people. And of late, we have had some of them too that are also willing. They are tired. They are also saying that, look, they want to, they want to come, but they have commanders that are making money. You know, this issue of money, that is what is actually, if you watch the entire country, all these issues of criminality rolls around money. People feel once they make money, they can get away with anything. And that's what was encouraging them to do. And so that's why it's important for us to encourage good governance. Because if local governments are working, for example, it makes it a lot easier. We also want to encourage the federal government for us to have a comprehensive census. If you go abroad, you commit an offense, it's 50-50 chance you'll be arrested. They're not using witchcraft. It's because they have data. We need to build that database. If it is comprehensive, wherever you are, once you are cited or your signature is seen anywhere, it's easier to track who did this, where, and how. So that's why we want to encourage issues of things like having a comprehensive census for Nigeria, so that it will assist the security agencies in performing their work.